Noticias Gran Formato Latin America is at the booth of MUTOH in this Graphics of the Americas 2015. With us is Brian Phipps. Brian, how are you?
I'm great. Glad to be here in Miami. Things are awesome. We're at a great show, Graphics of the Americas, and pretty excited to be in two booths, sponsoring two booths this year. One is the Wrap Center, where we're showing how to get in the wrap business, all the key components that are needed, like the printer, the software, like the vinyl from 3M in this case, and then how to actually apply it to the vehicle. So it gets a lot of interest. So that's what we're doing here. And then next door in the other booth, we're showing how to get into printing on textiles. So that can be printing sportswear, you could be printing fashion, you could be printing trade show graphics or soft signage. So there's a lot of different applications that you can do with our printer, for example. And you print on the paper, then you transfer it to a from the paper to the substrate, whether it's cloth or it could be a hard substrate like tiles or glass or other things like that. Coffee cups, and really your imagination is the limit of what you can do with these types of printers. So we're demonstrating how to get into that business and what it takes and what equipment you need. So it's pretty exciting to see these people come in. They've got their businesses they're running. They're looking to expand their business, get into new applications to make more money. And we're here to help them understand how to grow their business. And so it's exciting to talk to these people and have them go, wow, we've never seen that, or we never thought about that, or we never knew it was how to do it. And so we kind of educate them is really what we're here to do.
Tell me, what are the expectations of MUTOH for the Latin American market in this 2015, if you don't mind?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. 2015 is starting off great for us in Latin America. We've got our full network of dealers across all of Latin America, from Mexico down to Argentina, and in Brazil and so forth. So we've got a great network of partners that are all trained, factory trained by us and ready to go. So we have big expectations for growth in Latin America this year. There's been some challenges with the strong dollar and things like that, but we're working on that because we take into account the financial situation that we're in with Japan, which is favorable, so we can allow extra discounts to help Latin America succeed with the pricing challenges and all of that. So we're very aggressive right now in Latin America. We see that as one of our bigger growth areas this year.
Any idea to how many pieces of equipment you actually think you'll be able to install new in Latin America?
Well, I would say that we're targeting the wrap market. We're sponsoring several shows down there in the wrap area, so I see that there'll be a lot of new equipment placed into the wrapping market across Latin America. So I think that's a big area of growth. The dye sublimation I mentioned earlier is going crazy in Latin America. It's a huge area, even I would say bigger than the United States as far as opportunity of growth. So I see a lot of new equipment in that space with the textile, and then also in the wrap business, and then of course our main market, which is the sign market.
Brian, you mentioned that there was some sort of benefit working with Japan that you might be able to transfer to the Latin American market. How does it work, more or less, so that audience can understand what's going on there?
Oh, that's a good question. Financially, the dollar is really strong right now, so that's always a challenge when the U.S. exports with a strong dollar. However, in the yen from Japan, where our products are manufactured, the yen is weaker than the dollar. So we actually we've seen a benefit of our prices from Japan to the U.S. market. So we can take that and then use that money to be more aggressive in Latin America to try to offset the strong dollar. Obviously the Latin America market is very competitive. We understand that. So we try to take, some of the benefits of being a global company and take where we can benefit in one area and transfer it to another area that maybe is struggling. So I think for us that's going to be an advantage against maybe some of our competitors, and then help, of course, our partners down in Latin America.
With that in mind, have you ever or do you service some Latin America countries or customers directly from Japan?
We do on some of our larger partners. We will ship direct container loads directly to our partners in Latin America, which of course saves time, saves money from shipping costs because they don't have to come through the U.S. and then go down there. So there's a distinct advantage in ordering in quantity, but not everybody's capable of doing it, especially some of the smaller countries. So from that aspect, what we'll do is we'll ship the smaller loads, you know, one printer or a few, and we'll ship from Arizona, which is close to, you know, the border of Mexico, so it's easy to get down there. So the time-wise is not as bad, but you know, there's a cost to come to Arizona and then a cost to go down there, so it's not as efficient. But if you want to order in small quantities, it's the best way to go.
Brian, just to finish up, and as usual, if you don't mind, can you please send a greeting to the audience of Noticias Gran Formato Latin America, please?
Sure. Hola, thank you, and we look forward. I'm going to be spending more time in Latin America this year, so hopefully I'll see you at some of the shows, whether in Mexico or Brazil. I'll be coming down there, so look forward to seeing you guys, and thank you for your support of MUTOH products.